Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Las Vegas Raiders on the road week 1 with Jimmy G as your new starting QB. They get the victory. Look at that rhyme. Alright, the Raiders on the road, divisional rival, the Denver Broncos. This is not shocking to me. Broncos, Sean Payton teams historically do a lot better in the second half, November, December, etc. Jimmy G and this Raiders offense, it's extremely high-powered. Folks, it's a high-powered offense. I know we didn't really see all of it in this game. Jimmy G only threw for 200 yards. Josh Jacobs averaged just 2.5 yards per carry. But look, there's pop, there's zip on this Raiders offense and also the defense. Now, I know the Broncos, like we just mentioned, it's going to take them at least a month and a half, in my opinion, to get things flowing. Right? There's a lot of things going on over in Denver. This isn't a Broncos video, but there's a lot of things going on there. We knew this was a very winnable game. Very winnable game, week 1. Here's the bottom line. This is a game that the Raiders did not win last season. They just did not win games like this. This is a change. This is a change in momentum, and the Raiders are going to carry this the rest of the season. But we talked about it. We talked about it all summer. The Raiders are going to shock a lot of teams. We weren't sure if it was going to come up in the win category, but if they keep playing like they did that past game, they're going to get wins, man. Jimmy Garoppolo, end of the day. 20 of 26, 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. He did have that interception. To me, that interception was very unlike Jimmy G. He just forced that ball. At that point, I would have just taken 3 points. But nonetheless, this new Raiders offense with Jimmy G at the helm, I liked the way it went. Huge fourth quarter game-clinching drive as time was winding down. They scored early. They scored at the end. The middle's going to come. It's going to take time. They just need more rhythm. They need more chemistry. They need more live action reps. NFL regular season is nothing like the preseason. So before we get any further into today's video, if you guys enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button. I appreciate y'all so much. If we could get this video to 500 likes, that would mean the absolute world to me. So one of the reasons I'm really excited about this Raiders offense and the Raiders team in general is, first off, the defense did a great job. They did more than enough. Russell Wilson only threw for 177 yards. They gave up only 94 rushing yards, but that passing defense, Maxx Crosby was out there. They were getting some pressure, something we didn't see that much at a consistent rate outside of Maxx Crosby this past season. But if Jimmy G played the way he played, which wasn't that great, and Josh Jacobs played probably the worst game I've ever seen from Josh Jacobs, just 19 carries for 48 yards. That's just 2.5 yards per carry. His longest run of the day was 7 yards. You'll never see Josh Jacobs shit the bed like that. Jimmy G and Josh Jacobs left a lot out there. They left a lot on the field. And as the season progresses, and as they get these reps, as they get these live action reps, you're gonna see it. I promise you, you're gonna see the zip. The wide receiver room, we saw Jakobi Meyers today, or yesterday rather, 9 catches, 81 yards, and 2 touchdowns. We saw why Patriots fans are so hesitant and kind of a little bit concerned with their wide receiver group heading into today. Jakobi Meyers, since he's been into the league, has been a great wide receiver. Or, maybe good's a better word if we want to get nitpicky here. But Jakobi Meyers, on the other side of Davante Adams, who Davante also had a great game, 6 catches, 66 yards. We honestly could be looking at a breakout season for Jakobi Meyers. Like, we really could. Jimmy G, he's going to find him. He's going to be open with all these tight ends. You have to worry about Josh Jacobs. You have to worry about Davante Adams. Jakobi Meyers is going to be open, and he's going to be open a lot. He's coming off a season, 67 catches, 804 yards. Watch out for Jakobi, man. He's only in his 5th NFL season. He's only 26 years old. The Las Vegas Raiders could have something long-term here. They really could, all right? Josh Jacobs, 2 catches, 23 yards. Outside of that, nothing too crazy. Zamir White, DeAndre Carter, they both had a catch. Austin Hooper in the 4th quarter had a huge grab, absolutely huge grab. But that is something I certainly want to see more of heading into next week, but especially the rest of the season. I want to see the tight ends being a lot more involved when it comes to the passing game. But yeah, all things considered, man, they got a great drive to start off the game. They had a great drive as, it wasn't technically the last drive, but the Raiders' last 2 offensive drives I couldn't really ask for more. They sealed the deal and they won the football game. Or vice versa. They won the football game, sealed the deal. however that word worked. So, yeah, there's a lot more that we can see from Jimmy G, Josh Jacobs, and this Raiders offense. There are also a handful of offensive penalties, on the offensive line that I wasn't a huge fan of. But obviously, as the season goes on, you got to hope that only improves. Defensively, I know the Broncos, a lot of people have a lot of different opinions on the Broncos. To me, at the end of the day, they still have Russell Wilson. They have Javonte Williams coming back healthy. Samaje Perine a great running back. Courtland Sutton's a great wide receiver to me. Marvin Mims Jr. is an intriguing young guy. We know about Philip Dorsett, but I know they're missing Jerry Jeudy. I understand it, but still, to give up just 177 rushing yards, it's extremely impressive. It's not like the Raiders were, it was a 17-16 win. It's not like the Raiders were up 30-0 and the Denver Broncos just had to pass. They weren't that great on the running game. Samaje Perine did average 5 yards per rush. Javonte did average 4 yards per rush, but that wasn't that great. Samaje did a lot better than Javonte in my opinion, but, the Raiders' rush defense, all things considered from what we saw of last season, the worry and the hesitation of the defensive line and the talent and the depth all summer, all things considered, the defensive line, the rushing defense, I think they did a perfectly fine job. But that passing attack was beautiful. And one thing I really liked was guys were getting to the QB. They only technically finished with 4 quarterback hits, but they did have 2 sacks, Jerry Tillery and Max Crosby. Max Crosby was a force to be reckoned with. We did see Tyree Wilson play because Chandler Jones is currently not with the team. I assume he's done forever for the Raiders. I would actually imagine his career's done, but neither here nor there. Tyree Wilson, he's just got to get back into shape. He's a slow, methodical player. I wasn't really a huge fan of his performance, his NFL rookie debut. Let me know what you guys are thinking, but I didn't really see actually anything or all that much from Tyree Wilson that I was all that excited about. But keep in mind, he's literally barely played, especially in all summer. The dude barely played. He was injured, so it's going to take time. But guys like Nate Hobbs did a phenomenal job. Divine Diablo, especially late in that game. We know, I've been saying on this channel, man, Double D, my boy Double D is a star in this league. We got Jacorian Bennett, the rookie, making an impact in his first ever game. I think the linebacker room did perfectly fine. I think the secondary looked perfectly fine. I think the Raiders defense looked super solid. They only gave up 2 touchdowns all game. They only gave up 16 points in total. They only gave up 3 second half points. From last year's Raiders team to what we saw from yesterday, it's a night and day difference, man. It really is a night and day difference. That fourth quarter would have been flipped if this was last season. So, we've been saying it on this channel for quite some time now. I really think the tides are turning for this Raiders squad. I like what they're building. I like Dave Ziegler. I like Josh McDaniels. I think Josh McDaniels is fully capable to be a head coach in this league. All things considered, on the road, divisional rival against Denver. Look, the Chiefs just lost. The Broncos just lost. The Chargers just lost. Am I confused, or are the Raiders currently number 1 in the AFC West? Guys, hit that like button. Hit that sub button for more. But let me know. Give me a grade rating for this Las Vegas Raiders team down below. A lot to be excited about. A lot left on the field. I'm starting to lick my chops here, baby. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Thank you for watching. Peace.